into this apartment back in 2023, and I would just say I wasn't lucky with the artisans that I worked with when I first moved into this apartment, especially furniture. I've had issues with my bed, my couch, my TV console, and a bunch of other things since I moved in. For instance, my TV console fell just 2 days after it was hung, and since then they've had to put it back on the wall a couple more times. So you get what I mean. Let's get into the major changes I'm looking to make in this apartment. So starting with my living room, the first major update I'm looking to make is my TV wall. Obviously what you're seeing now is the future version, but this is what my TV wall looked like before. I just want to give that wall a different vibe. I want to change my TV console. I also want to get a new coffee table, a new couch, and curtains, as well as light fixtures. There's also somewhere in my, I don't know if it's called hallway, but I'll just call it a corridor, where I have a clothing rack. I want to swap that out for a storage console, and this is what it looks like. So for the bedroom, major changes I'm looking to make is changing my bed frame, of course, also changing the position of my bed, and then also getting curtains in the room as well. Then for the whole house, I'm just looking at repainting the space because I've not repainted since I moved in 2023. So these are the major updates I'm looking to make. So I started thinking about this apartment makeover since last year. I literally started saving inspiration on Pinterest since last year, and that's something I highly recommend if you're looking to move into a space or redo your space. Don't wait till a week or just 2 weeks before you start saving your inspiration. It actually really helps, I promise, because at the time I was ready to actually start back in January, I just went into that board and just picked the things that I knew appealed to me the most at the time that I was ready to actually start. Another tip I would give if you're looking to move into a space or doing up your space or redoing your space is using AI. So using Gemini or ChatGPT, but I would really recommend Gemini to visualize some of the ideas you have and how they will actually look in your space. It would go a long way in helping you, prevent certain mistakes. For instance, for my TV wall, I was thinking I was just going to change the TV console to wood instead of white, and I thought that would really pop until I used Gemini or I think ChatGPT, and I saw this and I just knew, hell no. So that's also something I would highly recommend. I'm giving myself a budget of just $2,000 to fix everything I hate about this apartment, and fingers crossed this amount will actually work. So because of my budget, I had to prioritize. I wanted to start with the most important things first, which to me was furniture, right? And so I just kept on searching. I don't really have videos from when I was visiting furniture workshops, but I went to quite a number of workshops. I was searching for about 2 to 3 weeks, and then I got lucky and someone recommended a guide to me. It was on a Saturday, so I went to the furniture guy's workshop. I liked what I saw. In fact, he had a couch that was very similar to the design that I showed him, so that was a green flag for me. And then green flag or green light but I was happy with that. I also liked the finishing I was seeing on the couch he already did, so we just discussed prices and it wasn't bad, honestly. Then I was so happy because his workshop was super close to shops where they sell wood and fabric, so we went into those stores. I cannot explain how happy I was that I could just pick the fabric I want for my couch and then the wood I want for my TV wall and my bed frame. I was just really happy and thought that this guy would work on all of my furniture work and it was on a Saturday. They were really busy, so he couldn't come with me to measure my space or whatever. So he said he was going to come on Monday the following week. He didn't come on Monday, he came on Tuesday. I excused that, it wasn't that bad. He said they were busy. When he came into my space on Tuesday, he started trying to change the prices that we had spoken about on Saturday and quite literally agreed on. He was bloating the prices by a wide margin and it was just so ridiculous. We ended up having a heated conversation. I wouldn't say it's my first time experiencing that with Lagos artisans, where they just come into your space and then they just hike prices based off of what they think about you. It's a bit weird, but that's just the reality if you live in Lagos. So after much deliberation, we just agreed that he was only going to work on the 2 pieces of furniture that we had spoken about on Saturday, which is my bed frame and my couch. And this meant that I had to start looking for a second carpenter. Again, I just really wanted this furniture custom made so I could get exactly what I had in mind. And also because already made furniture, especially the showroom I went to, it was just like ridiculously expensive. Things were like ridiculously expensive. Before I continue this story, I just want to talk about how happy I am that I actually revamped my workspace last year. I spent about 1.7 last year on my workspace. If I did not do that last year, that would be added to my budget this year. So I'm just so glad that that one is out of the way, because I also spent a whole lot of time on my desk and it just made sense to work on that. I mean, I eventually got a second carpenter recommendation from a friend. When the guy came over, I just explained the bits of things that he would work on. He seemed so calm. I was actually excited to work with him. I explained everything I wanted. I think he came on a Thursday, and then he said he'll be back on Tuesday or Monday, I believe. I can't even remember the timelines, honestly, but he gave like a 1 week timeline from when he came to my house to source for the materials, put the things together, and then he will come couple them up in the house. I mean, I should have known that I would have issues because this timeline, he didn't stick to this at all. For instance, the day he was supposed to come fix start coupling these things, was the day he was just going to source for some of the materials, so you can imagine. Anyway, before I start ranting too much about furniture work, as I was looking for this furniture, guys, I also prioritized painting. I think painting is super important, and so I got a painter. He came around, checked the space, gave me a quotation, and then he came back a few days later and started with mold treatment first. He also painted the ceilings. So he just did that and said he'll come 3 or 4 days later for the actual painting of the house. I just want to clean my workspace so I can actually work. Today is Monday and the weekend was a bit crazy because I wasn't at home most part of it, and then there was also work going on. So like, I'm sure you can see all of that dust. It's just like, I should have taken my things inside. But like, where would I have taken everything? This dust was everywhere. So I really just want to clean this. I think you can see my morning face properly now. When my space is in shambles, I can't really do much. By the way, it's still really dark. It's still really dark because it's like barely 6 a.m. in the morning. There's still going to be a lot of work done here today. For instance, I think the so I have like an electrician coming today. Something I've always disliked in this living room is this wire that runs from behind the TV to, so the console was hung up before. They brought it down because of all the work going on, and the painter had to screed that wall. So we brought the TV console down. But usually the wire runs from behind the TV to inside the console, into that switch or socket right there. I think socket is what it's called. And I've just never liked that one wire running down. So they're going to come and rewire this thing today. They would have to break the wall. I think they would even unmount the TV, take the TV down, and then break the wall to run like his switch here. They're also going to change this light. So I really wanted like warm lights in the living room. Like I like that one right there. It's so warm, so nice. I'm a warm light girly, in case you can't tell, but this one is like blinding white. And when I wanted to fix it, I did ask them for warm lights, and they said they couldn't find it in the market at the time, blah blah blah. So I just don't know if I'm really into this light anymore. I also don't want to do a chandelier because I just think that would be much. I do not want a chandelier. I want to get a track light. Pray for me, guys. Like, I don't know how that will look or how it will turn out, but I'm just going to give it a try. So they're going to get track lights as well and replace that today. They're also going to work on, I don't know if you can see it, they're going to fill these spaces with white cement. When I moved into this house in 2023, I wasn't here when they did sketching of the house. So
obviously they refused to fill this place with white cement, which is what now they'll be doing, because I think it will just look neater and cleaner. I'll show you what that looks like when they're done. And this LED is going to be behind my TV now, because I've just always had it like here, but you know, it's going to that we're going to move that behind the TV. Then what else are they doing today? They're going to replace these floors that are, this is just like, so I had a water, the thing is, this story is very long. I had a water issue in this house before, right? So whenever it rained, water always came from, and came into the house from, there was a little clearance under the window frame. I'm not even joking with you. I'll see if I can find videos from that. But whenever rain fell, it always poured into the house, and that's what also spoilt my skirting. Like, it came loose from the wall because there was always water there, and it was rainy season. So now they're also going to replace that skirting today. I did this one myself, but it wasn't really neat, so they're just going to replace this whole place. Had a really long day, so I'm going to the pool to, I don't know, just dip my leg in water because I don't really know how to swim, but I just want to go relax a little bit. I think we're in the second week of my home revamp. I don't even know anymore. I've lost track. I can't speak. I've lost track of time. The thing is, I'm starting to feel sick, and that's one thing about me when I'm very stressed is I feel very feverish. I'm so tired. I just want it all to be done, honestly. There's a bit of an issue. I don't know if this is a non-issue and I'm just tripping, but I don't think I'm tripping. So this is the board we're using for okay, this is the board we're using for the TV wall, and then this white console, this white material is what we're supposed to use for the actual console on the wall. I just think it looks, this is not the type of white I would typically like, because I don't know, it just has this cold or cool undertone. But the type of whites I like and I have everywhere else in this house is warm whites, like off whites, and just see how beautiful that looks beside it compared to this one. Let me reduce the brightness so you can see. Yeah, so this is one he got, And then this is the one I actually wanted. This is the shade of white I actually wanted, and you can see the difference.
So I just sent him a message about it because he's supposed to come fix these things today. I really don't know what his resolve or suggestion is going to be. Fingers crossed. So the carpenter called back. We would have to buy a new one. I'm not really excited about that because that's extra money I did not plan for or budget for. That you said 10 inches.
Yeah, the thing that we are talking about is the face. So how the thing will stand.
I didn't know that it's face we're talking about. It's the
because
depth I was talking
you
about.
understand my discussion that maybe the face. So the face. What if I do with 10 inches, the inside 10 inches, the face cannot stay. If you want to go with that, the thing will not relax.
Today was an absolute chaos and madness. That's all I can say. From the drawer to this TV wall to the console, just a lot of things. And work did not finish today, so he has to be back here tomorrow. I like the wood, the way the wood looks on the wall. I definitely think this is better than just the plain white wall, but there were issues. For instance, we completed this bottom part with white. Let's not even get into it, but I think that over and over I keep learning that when you want to work with especially furniture makers, artisans, I don't know, like you just need to be, when you need to be patient and you need to be as explicit as possible. So don't tell someone to get white wood. Tell them the exact shade of wood to get. Even though you send them a picture, go with them. Even when you go with them and they don't make the purchase, try to go with them when they. It's just. I mean, it's not. I get it. Like, it's not exactly easy to just like get someone to understand the vision in your head, like precisely. But it does take a lot of patience to do these things. Just what is this drawer supposed to store? Tomorrow let's I need to shower and just go to bed now. I don't want to crash out, so yeah.
Hey guys, I've been trying to speak, but my dog is barking, has been barking, so I really hope you can hear me because I need to speak. So the carpenter is coming back today again, third day in a row, because he couldn't finish the work yesterday. And this is something he said, everything in the house take like a day to fix everything here, because he already cut them and did all the things before he brought them here. But we also had issue yesterday with the drawer, the floating drawer in the room that's supposed to go on the wood slat on the wall, and that took us back a while because I was like, nope, this is not what this is not what we discussed. I had to start explaining again. He had to explain his perspective, everything. I was like, okay. But he still couldn't finish yesterday. And there's still the storage there just before the room. He's not done with that as well. He has also not... I don't even think he has started with the TV console, the drawer for the TV wall. So he's going to be very much back here today. I also have a cold. I have a headache. My body aches, but I also know that that's just my body's reaction to all the stress. So I just can't wait for it to be done so they can also come clean this place up, because I just don't want the cleaners to come at all until all of the especially carpentry work is done. So fingers crossed we finish everything today. I'm really praying, I'm banking on him finishing everything today. So I'll check in with you when he gets here and show you the progress. Bye.
of papers here from when I got my appliances initially. I'm looking for my TV's warranty card because I don't know how long the warranty on the TV is for, but my recording stopped because of space and I had no idea. So I was basically saying that do not get a Hisense TV, just because I went on Twitter and saw that I'm not the only one experiencing this issue. My TV has lines, guys, like lines. I'll try to put a picture on the screen, but I just woke up one day and saw one little line at the bottom of the screen. I thought it was nothing. I should not have done that. I should have gone straight back to where I got it when I saw the first line. And now there's just like the whole TV is just lines. So I'm looking for the warranty card on the TV so I can. What is it? Looking for the warranty card on the TV. Yeah. So I can basically go back there and see what can be done about the TV's current situation.
Continue for 800 meters.
These curtains are so nice. They're so nice. I think I'm more of a sheer cotton girly. I think the price is also kind of fair. I just don't know. Obviously, I don't know how much of your window this will actually cover, but I think the price it doesn't look too bad. I'm looking for throw pillows. I think last time I came here, I saw they had a generous throw pillow section. I think right here. They are so nice. They're so nice. So I think I'm seeing some fair prices, but then I don't know about this light color behind. Very skeptical about this because dust, Nigerian home. These colors look so rich. Even the green, like it makes me want to get green. So nice. Even the blue, like everything looks so good. And there's even so much more here. So much more. Okay, I think I'm just going to stop recording and actually focus so I can pick something. I hardly see leather throw pillows. It's nice, but I just can't imagine myself using a leather throw pillow. Very interesting choice. This one's with like texture. So nice. So I was looking to go for, I don't know, just a color that matches with my couch, but then I think a pop of color will also be nice. So let's see. I think my final decision for the throw pillows will really depend on the rug color I choose upstairs. So we'll see when we get upstairs. These plants, but the price, even without a vase or a vase, I don't know, it's crazy. This one is even taller for 162. Maybe I just don't know the prices of these things. Maybe it's fair, but I don't know. I'm really confused right now. But obviously when you're watching this video, I probably already made a choice. But I got this plant. I'm trying to pick a base for it. Ignore this plant, I put it inside here. But I feel like this one will blend right into my house with my floor. But then this one will stand out. So I'm very confused. I had the same issue with the throw pillows as well. Like trying to go for something that will stand out versus just going for something that will blend right in. I've been standing here for a good 5 minutes, really trying to make up my mind. I really like the white lamps. I really like this one. Because I came here before and I didn't get it. I just told myself that next time I come, I would get this one. But thinking about it now, white is it's crazy, and it's like fabric, so the maintenance is going to be crazy. But I do like this color. I really like this color, so I think I'm just going to take this one. I think this green is a really nice color as well. This one, but no, I think I prefer this green. I think this would be a nice pop of color. It's amazing. I'm still stuck on this one. We're heading over to the rug section now, which is why I'm most excited to be here. Last time I was here, I really loved this rug. Like, it's so beautiful, such a beautiful color. I think it really ties my space together, but I also like green. But for some reason, I always end up going for the safest colors, which is colors that just blend into what I already have. And my house right now, even though I'm doing all this revamping, is still within the white, beige, brown vibe.
Show me that don't need no money, don't need nobody, just need your body. Show me that so sweet like honey, don't need no talking, just need your body. Your loving on me makes me feel special. No heaven on earth if I can't be with you. Swim in your eyes so I can tell the truth. I got so high, oh I can't leave. I got your body all over my mind.
Baby, it's actually really nice. It's just one to see. These are the things I got from Oka. I'm going to do a haul now. This morning, I'm just going to have parfait to hold me for the rest of the day because it's not going to be a funny day. I've finally been able to clear the room to a very, very good extent. I think they'll also complete everything, the carpentry work in the house today, and then we can just expect the bed and couch by this weekend. Fingers crossed.
This was an entirely different day. I went back to check my couch because they had finished it some days before, but they got the design and missed the measurement, so they had to redo it from scratch. I liked what I saw on this day, so they brought it home to deliver it. When they brought it, the chair couldn't come into the door, so they had to take some parts of the chair out and recouple it when they got back inside. It was a bit dramatic. This is what the chair looks like. You guys would see what the rest of the house looks like in the next video.